So here we are with David Rocco and his new book, David Rocco's Dolce Vita. This is for the new TV show too, right?
It's a new book and it's part of the TV series,
right?
And yeah, it just came out.
And you're a Toronto boy.
Toronto boy, yeah, absolutely.
So now tell me that when you're in Italy, which you spend most of your time there,
well, a lot of half and half now.
So when you're half in Italy, you can't move them around as much.
Absolutely.
But when you're in Italy, what do you miss about Canada? Anything food-wise or anything?
I miss a burger at the Four Seasons, I'm sorry.
Do you?
And Lee Gardens.
Really?
Yeah, there are two things that I have cravings.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
Yeah. And my friends and family here, but
Italy's hard to give up though.
Italy, I feel sometimes kind of like I have two lives. I'm in Italy, and there's things that I feel when I'm in Italy, I'm very Canadian. I feel Canadian.
Yeah?
When I'm here, I'm very
Italian.
So I feel like who am I?
True.
Where am I?
It's a dual personality.
Yeah.
Now that you've got two young children, do you find your cooking's changed at all?
Well, they're 8 months, so they're still on the
they're
still on the
thinking
boob.
about it,
They're still on the boob, and it's like, but they're probably getting tired of breast milk.
Yeah, they want to get them onto a little
well, it's funny because they've been in a few scenes in our show because we're shooting it right now, and they just love what I'm cooking. I mean, they're just fascinated.
They like the activity too.
Well, they're stimulated, and so we did a recipe just before leaving because I just got into Toronto on Sunday, and George is going back and forth, and I'm like, okay, sweetheart, this is how you do it. So as opposed to talking to the camera, I'm talking to them, and they're looking, and it was just remarkable.
Great.
So
it's changed your life, hasn't it?
It's been
for the better.
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, not that it wasn't great before.
No, but
now it's changed.
It's
great.
It's the best ever.
Now, I know you're involved with wanting to change some of the school curriculum and get cooking skills sort of back into the schools so people have life skills. And,
it's.
I know that's very passionate about that.
No,
Can you
for
tell us
sure.
about that?
No, absolutely. Premier McGinty called me, his office, and they wanted to start a pilot project with me, which was to help change cafeteria menus, and very similar to Jamie Oliver. And that was a great great start. And then I thought, well, let's introduce cooking to the kids, make it part of the curriculum, just like back in the day.
Yeah,
exactly. Well, because math, science, geography is important, but
German cooking long out the door. Now
learning how to cook is important because kids get empowered. They feel when they can cook, they will actually gravitate towards eating healthier, and it builds confidence, and they become an asset for the family. Suddenly, little Joey or Brenda can cook the family meal, and kids that cook. Families eat together, they communicate, there's dialogue, and suddenly the kitchen is a family, it's central place of the family.
Which we seem to have lost in a generation, isn't it? And it's funny, we have young lads, so there's young teenagers and boys who come in who are interested, and I said, all you need to do is cook 2 or 3 things and you'll get dates. The girls will be all over you. Absolutely.
Worked for me.
Well, it worked for you. Really? I can imagine. That's a whole other segment. But anyway, you're working on a new one, though, you said.
Books,
because we love your books. You just don't write enough of them.
Well, this was a real labor of love.
Yeah. Yes, I remember, because we talked about this many years ago.
And, we had 4 offers from publishers, and we could have actually had this out 3 years ago, and it just didn't feel right. It had to be done properly. It had to feel that it was a reflection of the show, our philosophy of cooking, and the photography is gorgeous. Oh, and I'm proud,
people just go wow about the cover, and I say we haven't even looked inside yet. I mean, it is stunning. It's spectacular. Beautifully done.
And also the recipes are hopefully I'm hoping that people not look at this book as a Bible. This is how you do the recipe, but rather as a way of just being inspired to go into the kitchen.
You're a cook. You're not a trained chef by any stretch, which I think people relate to. Yeah, you're passionate about it, and that comes through.
Some of the best chefs in Italy that have restaurants that you have like a month reservation are not trained chefs.
Exactly.
And hopefully that will inspire people to go into the kitchen and not be intimidated, because that's the biggest problem. People feel, oh, I can't do that. And I'm like, well, okay, if I can do it, you can do it.
What a great way to end.
Yeah,
thank you, David.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Anytime.
Okay.
Thanks. Cheers.